Welcome back, Jacket Nation. I'm here again in the George M. Smart Center with Chris Smith, freshman goalie on our new lacrosse team. Chris, thanks for being here today.
No problem.
All right, so tell me a little bit about what it feels like coming into a newly introduced program here on campus.
Well, being in a new program, there's a lot of emotion involved because coming out of high school, you want to win college lacrosse games. So with that being said, you do lose a lot. And with a new program, that's because other teams have experience over you. So you have to be emotionally stable the whole time, because if you lose your mind, you kind of ruin the foundation for the next team coming in.
Right, okay, and then we know, we talked to Ryan a few weeks ago, and he said that you guys go pretty far back. So tell us your point of view on your guys' relationship.
Well, when I started playing lacrosse in 7th grade, he was just getting into his college years. So I got to see him play a couple times growing up before I even got into the game. So I first met him when he was in high school, his last practice, and he was a bit of a high school student, you know, funny, witty, making jokes on little kids. But as he grew up and got through college, I began to respect him more because he was one of the people from my high school that made it out. And that's rare. Like, to go from our high school and do something that great, you don't see it a lot. And he's a bit of a role model throughout my high school's lacrosse program. So I kind of I wanted to be like him. So I decided to follow him out here without coming on a recruiting visit or anything, just because I knew he was going to put me in the right position.
All right, and now Ryan also said that you have a very good story behind you. Let's get to know Chris Smith a little bit more.
All right, well, 2010, me and my family, we had a little bit of a situation we had to handle. My father got into a little bit of an accident, which it brought us together. It kind of puts you in a position where you stand up for the occasion or you just fall and let it take over. And we all rose to the occasion, surprisingly, and it's a bit of an emotional thing to think about every day. So I just try to stay on top of it, which requires telling my mom I love her whenever I speak to her.
Right.
Let her know that we're there for each other. Telling my brother I love him whenever we speak to each other. Just keeping that bond tight, because if you don't, the situation that we had to deal with, it could easily pull somebody apart. And with that, that's why whenever I come out for a game, I'll always have my mom's name on my helmet and my brother's name on my helmet at all times. I can't come out for a game and feel like I can't play without them, because I wouldn't be here without them. Because if they weren't there for me, I wouldn't be here for them.
So that kind of goes along with what we heard from Kuhn a few weeks ago when he said you play for more than yourself at every single game. So now let's go more into lacrosse. You have an offense coming at you as fast as they can, trying to get a shot on the goal. They're whipping the ball at you 80, 90 miles per hour. Tell me what that feels like being a goalie.
Well, being in the position of a goalie, you automatically assume power. A goalie is a bit of a quarterback for the team. So with that you have to be able to stay calm in every situation, which I'm just starting to learn how to manage now. Being able to relax yourself and calm down just so you can manage your defense, put them in a better position to get you a better shot to save. And if you can't do that, then it's going to be an easy shot, it's going to be an easy goal. So you have to stay calm, stay on top of your defense, but be relaxed all at the same time, with all that emotion coming within you, with the shot coming and the offense setting up and going over your scouting in your head at the same time. It's a bit of a lot to think about, but when you actually relax and calm yourself down, it's a lot easier to handle than it sounds like.
And with that being said, Chris is pretty good at being cool, calm, and relaxed when that's happening to him, because right now you're tied for 5th in the nation in saves on goal. Tell me how that feels, being a freshman in a new program, to have that accolade over you.
Well, I think it's pretty cool, just for the fact that my defense does a pretty good job, and we're still getting better. That's the best part about it, that we're doing a pretty good job now, and there's more to come, that they're giving me shots that I can save. So
Right.
They're putting me in the position that I can be in. They put me in fifth place. They just knew my ability, so they knew what to give up and what to take care of. So they kind of had more to do with that than I did, because they gave me more shots to save, and I've saved more shots that they've given me.
All right, and then to wrap it up, I want to know what goes on with a lacrosse team behind the scenes. What goes on in that stadium, underground, in that locker room?
A lot of things that I can't really go over, because just for personal reasons, because that's my team. We can't say too much outside
Right,
the locker
understood.
room. But whenever we come out in the field, it's all about we and us. It's all about everybody that walks into that locker room, everyone that's involved with our team. Because being a new program, you're kind of looked down upon. Around campus, you kind of just all right, you're the new guys, and plus we haven't won a game yet.
Right.
That's just a fact. So with that, people just look down upon us. They don't give us much respect. So we have to care about us. And there's a new term that we just brought in called 22 strong. Our team, our 2 coaches, and our trainers. That's all we worry about, because if they're all there for us, it's all that matters. Because when all of us are with each other, we're fine.
All right. Well, it looks like the lacrosse team has their head on pretty straight so far this season. Be sure to keep coming out and supporting the lacrosse team on their next home game. Thank you, Chris, for joining us today. It means a lot.
No problem.
And we'll see you next time, Jacket Nation.
Leader, captain, student. I'm a freshman nursing major, aspiring lacrosse coach, a sister of the Alpha Xi Delta women's fraternity, a dedicated teammate, and the first ever women's lacrosse member to score a goal in DC history. I'm not just a student athlete, I am Defiance College, and I have jacket pride.
Hi, I'm Curtis Morris, and I'm here with Brittany Shough. This is, she plays softball for DC. She's a center fielder, I believe, right?
Yes, sir.
So Brittany, tell us a little bit about what it's like. This is your first year starting, so tell us a little bit what it's like being a first year starter on a pretty good softball team.
It's nice to know that your teammates can depend on you when you're coming into the game. Being a sophomore, it's easy to step back in the shadows, but it's nice to know that the other leaders on the team want you to be there, and it's a great feeling to be on the field with them.
So, Brittany, what's it like being the center fielder? Because isn't the center fielder kind of like a little bit like the captain of the outfield a little bit?
Yeah, you could say that. I got a great left fielder in Katie Miller. She's great to have next to me. She's a great leader, and it's nice to know that I'm not going to get plowed over by my left fielder. It's nice to know that they depend on me to make decisions in the outfield that are going to benefit the team.
What's it like handling that kind of stress as a sophomore?
It's not too bad. It basically depends on the game, and I know that I'm surrounded by great people anyway, so my job's not all that hard.
So your guys' softball team in the past has been pretty good. I mean, so far, and then this season you guys went to Florida. You guys just got back, 6-4 record. Tell us a little bit about that and what it was like being down there, and maybe some of the positive things you guys took away from it.
We had a great week. We started off with a sweep the very first day, came out and split the next day, and then it kind of got a little off track, and then we got it back towards the end of the week. We swept our last 2 games in Florida, making coach the winningest coach in DC history, which was an amazing feeling. It's great to be part of something like that. We always look forward to this trip because we get to spend a lot of time with each other. We get to know each other, what each other's going to do, and it's a blast.
Good time for you guys to bond then, I take it?
Oh, for sure. You can't spend 20 hours on a bus and not get to know somebody.
So you guys also, when you guys were down there, you guys played the #1 team in the nation. Tell us a little bit about what that was like, and maybe was there any kind of pressure going into that game or whatever?
We felt like we went into the game. I felt that we were a little sluggish, like we weren't up to our standards because we knew we were playing the #1 team in the nation. I think that the game could have went a lot differently had we went in with a little bit more confidence. But after that, we got a run rule against Albion, which was really nice. But like I said, it would have been nice to come out and play like that against the #1 team in the nation. But we put up a pretty good battle. Only lost 6-2. So.
How does these Florida trips kind of help you guys prepare for the upcoming season?
Well, it's like a preseason for us. Like it obviously counts towards our record, but we're not like stressed like beyond compare like conference games. So like it helps us get into the swing of things. Helps us get going for the regular season. Like we were supposed to play Heidelberg, but it already got canceled because it's supposed to be cold. So it'll be nice to get into conference on Saturday.
This year, obviously, you know, tell us a little bit about what this year's team kind of looks like compared to maybe like previous teams.
This year, I think we are a lot stronger than we were last year. We're putting the ball in play a lot more on the offensive side, which is nice, and we're not making as many errors. So I think we have a really good chance to do some great things. We just got to keep all together going for the prize.
So tell us a little bit about what maybe your favorite thing about playing softball is.
Oh, my favorite thing about playing softball. It's going to sound cheesy, I guess, but I love going to the locker room with my headphones on and then getting dressed. That's the best part. Like, I love warm-ups, and then, I don't know, it's just a blast.
So you got any pregame rituals like LeBron, you know, throwing the powder in there?
I don't throw any powder, but I listen to my music, and then me and Katie Miller just basically throw light flight balls at each other all warm up, so it's pretty fun.
Okay. Do you like fielding more, or do you like batting, like hitting more?
I like defense more.
Defense?
Yes.
Defensive player, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, thank you, Brittany. Once again, I'm Kurt Morris, and this is Inside the Hive.
Defiance College, where art and science merge to help restore destroyed lands. Defiance College is one of only a few select institutions that have the foresight to offer restoration ecology. Gain important critical fieldwork at Defiance College and the Thoreau Wildlife Sanctuary, a 200-acre classroom. It's time to make a real difference in the world. Defiance College, a solid investment in the future.